Let's make a toast. Winter is just around the corner. Yes, in a few weeks it'll be winter. I can't believe we are at the end of November. So, let's talk fragrance. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where in today's edition, because we only talk about fragrance, in today's edition we are talking about a pick of a few. I could have picked a hell of a lot more. I could have easily tripled this list. A pick of a few of winter fragrances. Autumn and winter are my favourite seasons for fragrances. Spring, yes. Summer, no. Big no. So because I'm not a seasonal fragrance wearer, I will wear some in the summer, but I'll just go a little lighter on the trigger, although there is a couple in this list that I would not dare wear in summer. These are for winter, for the depth of winter, the cold, the harsh. Think of the film The Shining, not the actual storyline, but that setting in the snow. Let's face it, for the last year and a half we've had lockdowns in and off, but these fragrances rock 'em. That slides down rather nicely. This one is Dior Addict. I've spoken about this before, but I had to include this in this video because it is a winter only fragrance for me. I wore it. I'm starting to wear it now at the end of November. But that spray, oh, it delivers. It delivers. It's a lovely vanilla. It's a December vanilla. It's a Christmas vanilla. Yes, it is just stunning. This is a reformulated version, but it's strong. I was going to get a pre-reformulated version, but I thought, no, I don't need it. I'm trying to curate my fragrances into a way where I only really need them, not just, well, we all want, don't we? As my husband says, I know what it is to want. But this fragrance, Dior Addict, is that slightly boozy, slightly floral, but it is all about the vanilla, and I feel like it has cinnamon in here as well. It just has that winter feel to it. It'll radiate through sweaters and coats. It'll radiate through those jumpers and cardigans. I wore this a couple of days ago and I was commented quite a lot by my work colleague, and she said to me, oh, you always smell so nice, but this fragrance is lovely. And Dior Addict does the job. The next one, this just had to be in the list. This was a no-brainer, is Thierry Mugler Alien Essence Absolue. It's myrrh and vanilla, sweet myrrh, sweet vanilla, sweetness. Sweeter than Dior Addict, this one is. Dior Addict is semi-sweet. This is really sweet, but it's sweet done well. When it's sweet done well, I love it. It has that bit of alien DNA. I probably would say it has 50% alien DNA. But if you don't like the OG Alien, you may well like this because that myrrh and vanilla takes over. And the jasmine isn't as pungent, isn't as strong, and it's not as woody as the original Alien. So yes, this has been discontinued. You can still get it if you look though. There are, private sellers online. If you look on eBay and things like that, always check your batch code, always check that it should come with the box. But yeah, there are some that you can still get here that, oh, your tail's all wet, Claude. What have you been doing? Hopefully not what I think you've been doing. No, it's not. You probably had your tail in the water bowl. Anyway, this fragrance, sweet myrrh, sweet vanilla, beautiful. Love it. So the next one is Angelic Elixir by Dewa. Now this is a dupe or a clone for... It's gone out of my head. That's how insignificant the other fragrance is. Guerlain, Angel's Share. Strongly loved here in Fragcom. This fragrance, Angelic Elixir, is boozy cognac, and it reminds me of apple cognac, even though there's no apple in it. It has a little bit of woodiness. There's oak wood in this as well. Lasts forever, projects like a beast. I think it's lovely. It has lovely sweetness to it as well. This is an extrait de parfum. Dewa fragrances are not the cheapest clones or dupes, but you don't need to spray a lot. I have worn this a lot, and look at the dent. 2 sprays maximum, really, for this on my skin. On clothes, if you put 2 sprays on clothes, it will last for days. Angelic Elixir, it's for those times where it is really cold, really wintry, works a treat. Around Christmas time, this is going to be heaven. So it had to be in the winter scents wardrobe. Now the next one, this reminds me of being by the sea in winter because it has a seashell accord, but it is a smoky rose. Rose with an edge. There's some greenness in there, there's florals. Little bit sweet, although it's verges on the tartness of sweetness, and that seashell is slightly salty as well. Sweet and salty. Hey, doesn't a girl love sweet and salty? But back to the fragrance, Gabby. January scent Smolderose. Yes, perfect. Quite vampy actually, this fragrance is as well. Yeah, it's quite vampy. I don't know why, but I think of the Scottish Widows advert. That woman in the cape. Was it Amanda? I can't remember her name now. She's an actress and presenter here in the UK. I imagine her wearing this. It's slightly gothic as well. Deep dark rose, edgy rose for winter. Not a sweet rose. A little bit sweetness, but more on the tartness. January scent Smolderose. Love it for winter. Now the next one is Shalimar Souffle Intense, and I spoke about this in my fragrance tag season. This would be a fragrance I would wear the whole of winter if I could. And my categories. Now this is Tahitian Vanilla. What's Tahitian Vanilla? I sound like, oh, I sound so poncy, don't I? It's Tahitian Vanilla, and it's like, yeah. And it's got this accord of, no, let's just talk about the bare bones of this fragrance. This fragrance, what it reminds me of is cashmere sweaters. It reminds me of Glühwein. It reminds me of hot chocolates in Prague. It is that wintry fragrance. Shalimar Souffle Intense. It's one of the best Guerlain fragrances I've ever smelt, really. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it has sweetness to it, but it's not candy sweet. The vanilla is like a spicy vanilla. It's beautiful. Shalimar Souffle Intense. Perfect for a winter's night. Now the next one, this is very sweet, is by Britney Spears. Good old Britney Spears. It's not fantasy. It is hidden fantasy. Now this is like orange cupcakes. But spicy vanilla orange. And the orange is abundant in this. It's like your candy sweet orange with a bit of spiciness, a little bit of a vanillic vibe to it. Doesn't last the longest out of the whole list and doesn't really project the longest, but if you want a skin scent and you're at home watching TV and you just want a little bit of a bubble around you, this is perfect. This is a go-to everyday winter style fragrance, and you can still get it online, and it's relatively cheap, or inexpensive as I like to say. Next one is Angel De Mon by Givenchy. This is a true autumn and winter scent. This is herbaceous, but it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. It's got a little bit of vanilla in there, oak wood, oak moss, lily. It's gorgeous, it's stunning. Projection, sillage, I won't talk a lot about it, but it had to be on the winter list. And this is a lovely going out fragrance in winter as well. Could easily be a signature scent. I would wear this actually all year round. I have worn this in the summer, but easier on the trigger. It is quite unique as well. I haven't really got anything that smells like this. So Angel De Mon by Givenchy. And finally, the last one I'm talking about is Flowerbomb Nectar by Viktor and Rolf. This is a recent buy, and this is a sweet fragrance. This is probably... well, Britney Spears is quite sweet. This is sweet as well, so it's on that sweeter end of the spectrum. There is the gunpowder note, but it's those sweet florals. It's that sap from the florals. The blackcurrant in there as well that really gives it that sweetness. Really sweet and edible. I've actually worn this because of that vanilla note in there, and I've layered Pure Poison on top of it. Oh my god, it's amazing if you want to layer those two fragrances. That's such good layering. But on its own, if you just want that sweetness and you want that real sweet fragrance, this is really, really strong and sweet. And I think it's better than the original Flowerbomb. Although that's sweet, this one knocks that to the side. This is the big guns. This is a heavy hitter. This is, you could wear this to work if you wanted to, just go easy on the trigger. Lovely as an evening fragrance, lovely as a date night fragrance. If you love the La Vie est Belles of this world, you'll love this as well. Flowerbomb Nectar by Viktor and Rolf. It was, I had a sample from Chantal Tiffany, loved it so much, had to get the big bottle, and I got a steal for it. You know me, I don't pay retail. I only paid, what, 60 quid probably for this, yes. So if you look hard, because normally this would retail about double that. So if you look hard on the internet, grab it while you can. Strong. It has a gunpowder element to it. So when you first spray it, you get a slight brightness, little bit of a metallicness, only for a while. And then that sweetness comes down. Love it. Go knock their socks off with this winter. So those were my few picks for winter fragrances. What are yours? Comment down below. Would love to see your comments. I always love to see them. And I'm truly amazed and humbled at the comments, the likes, everything that people put in support of myself on my channel. So thank you. So until next time, you've been watching another edition of The Fragrantician. Always be bold, always be fierce, always be you, your authentic you, and people will flock to you. Till next time.